One question I get all the time is how do I utilize the Stream Deck as a button box in iRacing? For me, I use it really as a tool to help set pit parameters and get set up for a pit stop in the middle of a race. I do that really by utilizing the macro system that's built into iRacing, which you can see here on the right side. So I have a macro set up for chat where if I hit Alt 1, it will drop 200 liters from my next pit, which for all intents and purposes means I don't want any fuel. Here I'm going to add half a liter so I can go up, one step at a time. With, Alt 4, I can go to 200 liters, which basically means I want full. I can clear tires. I can clear the tires and then just get left sides clear, get right sides clear, get all the tires. I can set up to get the windshield cleared. These TC1 and TC2, these are tire compounds, and I think these are new for the rain. It could have been around for something in terms of like maybe the primary and alternate in the IndyCar, but basically here, these two are going to set you up to have dry compound or wet compound for the series that I run, which is traditionally the GT3 cars. You can also even set up your fast repair, which is pretty awesome. So basically I have all the things that I care about mapped to keybinds like Alt 1 through basically the equal sign at the top of your keyboard, right? So then if you go into the Stream Deck software, I use the hotkey option under system. You can drag it over and then literally just set it up and say, hey, for 4 tires, it's Alt and 8, which as you can see here, Alt 8, that it will execute that macro in iRacing and it will automatically set up what I want for the pit stop. So generally speaking, at the start of a sprint race, you'll see me kind of glance over to the left, and basically what I'm doing is, and I've got these 3 at the very bottom on the left very purposefully, because like 90% of the races that I do, I want to click no tires, I want all the fuel, and I want a windshield. And a lot of times I actually don't do the windshield because I didn't realize it adds a second to your time. Somebody told me that, so I don't do it anymore. But I generally use these 2. And even though I have it to give me 200 liters, I use Joel real timing, which I would highly recommend. I think a lot of other things do this too, like Race Labs, and I'm sure lots of other software does this as well, but you can set up auto fuel. So as soon as I go into the pit, what Max Fuel is going to do is it's going to check the box that says give me fuel, and then it will also say I want effectively maximum fuel for the car that I'm driving. When I get into pit lane, JRT does the calculation for you and says, hey, you only need 27 liters to get to the end. And so it changes it for you on the fly. So that's basically how I'm using it. You can do all sorts of different things with Stream Deck. Obviously, I'm using it here, as you can see, for a lot of the content creation. So I have the different scenes set up in OBS. I can record. I have, it's just an indicator to know that I'm live. I can turn my camera off, and then this one here actually is awesome because I have a scene set up specifically for YouTube Shorts. So if something interesting happened in the race, I can just pop that button, and it's no coincidence at the very bottom here. I don't even have to look down at it. I can just kind of feel it really quickly, and that will give me a 30-second MP4 of what just happened in the last 30 seconds with the correct portrait mode where I'm at the top and the game itself is at the bottom. And it's amazing because I can very easily create shorts to go to YouTube. So I've gotten this question a million times. I do think it's incredibly useful. Obviously, you don't need a Stream Deck to do this. You can just set up hotkeys. You can do all sorts of different, button boxes that basically do the exact same thing. But this is how I have it set up. You can also tell at one point I was using like nice icons and I got really bored. And so I just stopped doing that. Maybe I'll do it. I'll go back one day and clean this up a little bit. But that's how I use the Stream Deck within iRacing as a glorified button box. Those are the macros that I use. There are many other macros that you can utilize. So, do a Google search for those, or they're out there. I hope you found this useful. If you did, hit the like button. Maybe subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.